ID on you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where's that at?
It's in my pocket.
How'd you get over here? Who invited you over here?
Well, I didn't work over there. I just kind of got it left. Well, I found it.
It's weird, I asked for IDs and I have to
Got one
specifically
more
say,
factor?
I need your ID. Thank you.
Charlie 313. We'll get one more back over here. We're okay. Who's it?
Do me a favor, you can leave that phone on, get it out of your hands.
Okay.
And then what's your name?
Teresa McMain,
Please spell that.
T-E-R-E-S-A.
T-E-R.
McMain's M-C.
Right.
It's okay.
MC.
No, you guys,
M-C-M-A-I-N-S.
Date of birth.
8/24/1972, sir.
do you guys belong here
What's
too?
your social?
This is my son.
386
This is the grant.
76
He's his
3820.
Where you born?
Detroit, Michigan.
Alicia Danley,
You spell Alicia?
A-L-I-S-H-A,
A-L-I.
S-H-A.
S-H-A? Last name?
Danley, D-A-N-L-E-Y,
D-A-N.
Mhm.
And what's your date of birth?
7181.
And what's your social?
440-8049-45.
So who's saying they had consent to come over here?
And I get sent by her to come
Okay,
over.
well, her consent doesn't count.
Okay,
Who
well,
has documentation
Oh.
that they're supposed to be here?
I've lived here. I'm with,
I do.
What
Where's your
documentation?
I have a lease. Well, like a written lease from Lynn.
Is it handwritten or is it a legal lease?
A legal document that's been
It's a
served to you.
handwritten.
Okay, that's not a legal document.
Oh,
sir, I'm on all his medical stuff, like to where
Thank you.
I've stayed with him and
He's
took
passed
care of
away.
him.
He doesn't.
But
That-
I'm
it
saying
doesn't
as
work.
far as living here, like hospice and stuff, they've been here with me,
Okay.
with him.
So
Is
you've been
what
here
I'm
with
trying to
him.
say.
You've been here with him because it's his house.
I've been here with him the whole time.
So no one else has any legal documentation that shows that they should be here?
Tony, what's your date of, or your
I don't
social?
think anybody does, sir.
Tony has his ID in his hand.
'Cause I have the deed.
454-63-1287.
They should find out who is the.
All in them all when Ashley gets here, Dustin. Is there anything besides weed that I can smell in here a strong odor of? Is there anything else?
No, sir.
Who's
They were
got the-
smoking the weed, not us.
Yeah, she is. We're
Oh,
legal.
all right, cool.
She's legal, and she just found out her father fucking
Yeah, I
passed away.
understand that.
That's
too.
fair. Yeah,
Yes, sir, that's
if she's
why we
legal, I got
can't
no
do
problem with that.
Yeah,
So,
we've got cards.
cool.
I was just worried y'all thought it was me, so.
No.
Huh?
I was there, I'm just visiting.
Look how you got a whole bunch of shit.
Well, you ain't visiting.
You got a bunch of shit here for a person that's visiting.
Well, yeah, I'm just.
He's
cool
been
off.
visiting every time we've been over here in the last
he's
3
my
years.
boyfriend, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
he stays here a lot.
Well, yeah,
He
you know. I
doesn't
like to be with my
per
girl,
se
you
live
know,
here.
But,
So where do you live at?
Toledo.
Where at?
Like 150th. It's like 28559 East 150th Court. It's a trailer park.
Okay. And who lives there? Is it your place or?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably around here.
So now that we're all here talking and hanging out, let's talk about people that come up to the back window, knock on the door, or under the front door.
Okay, sir, I've even told the officers, I said, there's people that constantly come over here. I can't control that. I don't want them here. And that was on everything.
So they come.
They're-
Who stays in this back room? over
I
there?
do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
So they knock on your door, they come to the front and come inside.
Cisco does. I mean, a couple of people, yeah.
There's
But,
been more than a few.
well, I don't really have a lot of company come over here.
So check this out, listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I asked?
Why?
Because I know this house.
I understand that. Trust me, I understand that.
And I know that we have neighbors that have cameras and stuff like that, and I've watched more video on this house than I can even begin to describe. So when I ask you things,
Yes,
it's kind of hard to know the answer.
right.
Because it's weird, I know exactly what it is.
Well, I just there's been other people that's lived here that we've switched. Like there's been Sheila in there, Frankie in there, several people. He's had a lot of people stay here.
Okay, when,
So
how
it
long have
wasn't
you been
just-
here?
How long have I been here? Since 2017, but I haven't always been in that room.
How long have you been here?
Probably 6 months now.
Because in one night I watched like people walk on that window and come in the front door.
A lot of people go to the window because I don't answer the door. I won't answer the door, so they'll go to my window. Because my parents live across the street and they complain about the traffic and how we're making the neighborhood look bad, which I get that. I understand that. And I understand
you're,
their point
you're
of view. too.
using your. That's pretty disrespectful. Are you a nurse?
No.
So how are you a hospice?
No, I worked with hospice because he's been in the hospital more than one time, on more than one occasion. He's had hospice in here more than one occasion.
Okay.
And they've always had to teach me how to take care of him, and I would take care of him.
So
The
we
family was never
So
available.
we just said, fuck it, I got a free bed, and I'm gonna let whoever I want in this house because he's old and he's gonna die soon, so I'm gonna let whoever I want in the house.
No,
That's
sir.
100% what's happening.
My dad is friends with him. Good friends.
Been here since 2017.
That's a lie.
No.
Yes, sir, I have.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, sir, I have.
Trust
I
me,
promise.
we
And if
fucking
they
were
would have
in
came
this
over here,
house. We were staying here with
my dad
you.
lives across the street.
I don't give a shit if fucking Satan or God lived in the house together across the street.
Okay. I contacted your civil department as well.
Okay.
I just want you to know. I'm not trying to do anything wrong, is what I'm trying to say. And everybody's coming at me. I took care of this man for a
How
long
many-
time.
What was it, a month ago? Less than a month ago. There was a shooting,
Yes.
and we came out here, and then we're like, well, this one? No, that was from last time. Or this one? That was from last time. Like a whole lot of shit goes on over here that doesn't get talked about. And you know who does stuff like that?
Drug dealers, that's what I said. That's
Yeah.
how we look.
I need to
Exactly
file
how we
police
look. And I
report
get
also.
that.
Where do you need to file a police report for?
I had stuff stolen out of the garage.
Out of this garage?
Yes, sir.
So you stored it that's not your house? So whoever lives here, it's technically their stuff because you don't live here.
Okay,
So
let's,
therefore-
let's come back up a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I come to possibly rent space from her because I'm moving out of my house. It's over
Where are you gonna rent a place from?
at, hopefully this middle room here. I don't know yet.
Yeah. She's gonna rent out a house that doesn't
This
belong to her?
room here where you guys crammed
This was
all
before.
Kenneth's shit into?
Hold on.
The shit
His
that
ain't
you
even
didn't
in there.
steal?
He told me
the
to put
shit
it
you
in the...
didn't steal, you crammed in this room here, right?
Don't
Because
say
the whole
nothing.
fucking
Please don't say
garage is
nothing.
empty that was full of fucking tools. There was a goddamn 10-foot fucking toolbox in that motherfucker, a snap-on one, that's miraculously disappeared, along with all of his fucking tools that he loved. All of his fucking guitars are
How
gone.
long's his car been
This whole
gone?
fucking collection of everything is gone out of here, and you cram the rest of the bullshit
Sir, I'm
in this
sorry.
bedroom.
They have not been here for this
Okay,
man
hold on.
any time. And
Hold
he
on.
has been
We're-
through hell and back. For them to come in here now and say
Don't
that...
try to play the victim over there.
I'm not trying to play the victim. I'll do what I have to do.
You've got
Because
guests in
I
inside
cared
this
about
house.
him. I don't care about... I don't care about
You
moving out. My dad lives right
You didn't
there.
respect him that much if
But
you allowed
that's
whatever to
that's
go on in this
wrong of
house.
them.
So,
I can move out right now. I don't care. I
okay,
don't think it's
so
right.
what you're saying,
You're
so
gonna move out
what
here
you're
in 2 minutes
saying
after our uniform wars.
is,
Okay.
because they haven't been here, gives, where'd the tools go? Where'd the guitars, where'd his property go?
You
He
care for him
had...
so much. Where's it at?
If you cared for him, like I'll
Because
I'll
right
back
now,
on that.
we're definitely, we're starting to get into the, oh, what's the word called? Help me out, Marshall.
I know what you're trying to get at.
Oh, here it is. It's the embezzlement aspect of it.
Do you work for a hospice company right now?
No, I worked with them. Like,
But you,
they had me.
Where do you
so you
work
were
at?
never a paid employee by them?
Where'd I work at Cricket?
So how are you working with hospice then if you're not a paid
Because,
employee by them?
okay, he's been sick over a period of time, different times. Okay, the first time he had his...
I think that's the wrong analogy. for
What do you
using.
mean?
You saying you work with them.
Yeah,
No, I don't
that's
work
what- that
for
sounds
them,
like
no, sir.
fraud.
That's what they're saying.
You sound like a fraud saying that.
Oh, no, sir, I do not
100%.
work for them.
Well, you've been telling me for 10 minutes that you work
I'm not going
with
to...
hospice.
I'm sorry.
She just got done telling me that he signed everything over to her.
That's a lie.
That's
You
what you
literally
just
said
told
that.
us.
Nobody has... The bank owns this. We were going to move out. I mean, we can't do nothing. I told Brandy we couldn't even say nothing. We offered to pay for the funeral and they wouldn't allow us
That's
because
not
I
what
was
you
in-
just walked out of this bedroom and stood right there and told me, right? That's
No.
not what you just told me. You said, go ahead, call the cops, because they already know.
that we've lived here. Yes, I did say that.
Oh yeah, we know that you guys.
I know, and that's why I knew
You guys
because you
get
guys have been out
squatting
here.
here.
No, we have not, sir. They've been out here when Lynn was
It's
here.
not so much squatting as taking advantage of an old person.
Sure, yeah.
Because we deal
Same-
with that
same
all
difference.
the time.
Same thing. They're
Yeah.
not supposed to be here.
It's probably worse than squatting
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
because where'd all this property go?
And if you were here in 2017, I'm just letting you know, like, just because we were here just a couple of years ago, we were staying here, we repainted all this shit. That's why all this paint looks fresh
There's a
and
brand
not
new
6
plant.
years
We
old.
just did it.
Don't care.
We did it for the family. Because we knew the funeral home was trying to contact the daughter. They contacted the sisters and everybody in Washington. I've done everything. I
We
did. What
are
was it
the
trying to keep
emergency
anything from
contacts.
anybody? Nothing.
Yeah, always have
No,
been.
they're not.
Now we're
Check
dealing with
Hillcrest
that
and the
because
two
they didn't
nursing homes.
contact us.
They didn't even know where
We
to
got a
go.
call from his sister. and-
How
and
was
then-
his mental state?
Oh, he was all there.
Okay.
It was heart stuff.
Okay.
Heart stuff. He had an open heart surgery 15 years ago. It was only supposed to put 10 years on his life. It's been 15. So he has been in and out. He has been ill with the heart stuff. He had a
Hang on.
CPAP machine in here that's
Hang on
now
over there,
miraculously disappeared.
Dustin, you wanna
Yeah.
let Ashley? I'm gonna run everything. Okay.
So who shot up the house?
We don't know, sir. We called the police. They said there's an investigation.
How many times has this house been shot at?
Twice that I know of. I didn't live. I was at Bartlesville when it happened the first time, and he called me.
Because I'm going to let you in on a secret. Most people don't shoot up an old man's house that's dying of heart failure. There's a reason, or people in the house that bring that kind of bullshit onto it.
Yes, sir. Get that as well.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's someone in this room that brought that bullshit over.
Okay.
And with you saying that you care to allow that to happen and to keep going on, you do not give a fuck. To be polite about it, you don't. To allow someone like that to keep coming back, unless it's you, in which case it's even worse because you really don't care. So, and also, usually when people shoot at other people, they know exactly who did it, and they just don't say anything. I look young, right? Like I look like a baby.
Yes.
I've been doing this job for a minute, and before I did this job, I worked probation and parole. So I know how people work. I know how this job works. I've been doing it for a minute.
I understand that.
So, someone knows who did it. They know the names of who did it. You know who brought it here, and you've allowed it to happen. Especially if you're saying that you were supposed to be the caretaker, correct? You were supposed to be the one in charge of making sure that he was safe.
But
You failed.
yes, sir.
Be the one that was in the yard, in that car?
The guy is at the tunnel or something. I ran him off.
What's he look like?
No, it's not that guy, that's different.
The other
think
gentleman
he-
that just pulled, the guy that pulled in the yard, right before you guys got here, somebody pulled in the yard. I asked him what he was doing. He said, parking. I said, you just park in the fucking front yard? He said,
Skinny white kid with neck tattoos?
yeah,
Like a full neck?
yeah.
Oh, cool, we're looking for him.
That's probably why he skinned out.
Forget
You
his
guys
name.
pulled up right after that, after I made him pull off.
What kind of car was he in?
It was like a Nissan Maxima-ish type of ride.
Had temp tags on it.
Yeah, temp
What's his
tag.
name?
Dustin,
Dustin what?
something, Mac.
Because like last
No,
week, he
no,
got caught in
no.
a stolen car and he took off from right over here and disappeared. And I sat out here because I'm almost certain he was here.
I don't really know my friend's last name, so. I don't really like asking this stuff.
I was just hoping the dog was gonna bite him.
That's the whole thing. We got Daisy now. She's happy to see Randy.
Our dog that's up for a bite, he rips muscles off the body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Daisy wouldn't do that. That's for sure.
We have a nice dog that'll bite and hold you, and then we have one that will chew you up. I like when he gets a hold of people because they scream.
Our canine handler, she got bit on the arm.
Oh, yeah?
Or searching through the woods a couple weeks ago.
Tony, you look like you know some stuff. No, we just hang out. I've seen you here more times than I can count to.
Really? No, I'm sorry.
Hey, do you have a Class C? Do you have a motorcycle endorsement?
I sure do.
How long you been riding?
That's how I knew somebody else's house.
Since I was like 7 years old. Yeah, I had a Z50, Honda Z50 when I was a kid. Probably the worst crash I had was on that Z50. Yeah.
Figured it'd be an 80. The 80s are wild. For a small bike, they got all kinds of power.
Oh, yeah. That one's 82. I've had a Magna 750. I've had a B-Star 650 I bought back in '01, new from Bars when Bars was up there. Couple Hodaka Super Rats, 300EX.
So you were riding sport bikes before they were a thing.
I guess you call it sport bikes. The Super Rats are like it's kind of a flat track race bike, really. They're real loud. 2-cycle, 100cc. Yeah, I've been riding for a long time. Long time.
Those guys are like flat track. They're out of control.
Yeah.
So you probably, started riding in the 70s? Late 70s?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, it was actually earlier than that. It was probably 72 or 3, somewhere back there.
Alright.
Yeah, something like that.
You got me beat. I started riding in 2008.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
OG.
Huh?
You said OG.
Yeah, I've been in there for a minute. Yeah, I always have to worry about like the Tulsa Toy Run, for example. It's the new riders, you have to worry about bumping your back tire. You know, you see all these people going without helmets all the time, and it just makes no sense to me not to have a helmet on.
Oh, I wear a helmet all the time, full face.
Oh yeah, same with this one here.
My face is about all I got going for me, so I can take it.
Yeah, this one here makes it kind of nice like that. So,
Yeah.
so
So the HJC?
yeah,
Ah, those things are heavy though, man.
it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy.
How come I get to take the dog?
Whose dog was it?
He gave her to me when he said he wanted me to take care of her when he passed. And she's not used to nobody but me and him.
So, was there a will ever made?
I don't know, sir. All I know is when I know, and I've told them everything. I gave them the paperwork. I wasn't trying to hold nothing from them. But that dog, he did ask me to take care of her.
Well, unless there's a will, everything defaultly goes to the family.
I don't know. My dad lives across the street, and I lived with my parents, and he had come over to he came over to my dad's house, and he said that he was sick. If I could come stay with him, then he allowed her to move in. I didn't allow her to move in, sir. And I do understand there has been a lot of crap here, a whole lot. I didn't have the best, picker and friends, but I realized that, and I tried to get him out, and I contacted the cops and let him know, I mean, there's certain people that I thought were nice that didn't end up being so nice. I mean, Me and Lynn have been through a whole lot. We've called the cops out here several times together over this stuff. But I mean, I get that. I'm not all innocent or nothing, but I'm telling you the truth. And I don't worry. I'm not worried about the house or anything else. But it does bother me to think if the dog, if
Well, and again, I'm trying not to get there, but it's super difficult because there is nothing okay with all the nonsense that has been going on in this house.
yes, sir, I know that.
Nothing, especially with an old man that's dying from heart failure, right? Bringing people
He
into the
didn't
house.
die from
but
heart failure.
I'm not a medical examiner. Whatever the case may be, it was honestly with the weather, it was probably pneumonia.
He went in for a stroke, and then they took him to the Tulsa nursing, and then they said they had to work on rehabilitating him because he was in the hospital so long, and they tried to contact the family several times, but they couldn't get a hold of nobody. Nobody was on file. Then when he went to the Owasso one, the landing, they were working on his muscle memory for him to come home. And then they called me and they said that he had an infection in his brain. I was like, he was there for rehab. And then I went up there and he died 3 days later in hospice care in their care.
That's beside the point. Did he have heart problems?
Yes.
Yeah, we took the same
Yeah, he took medicine.
So, my point,
I do.
he has heart condition, right? A heart condition.
Yes, sir.
And there's all this bullshit coming in and out. All these people knocking on the windows, all these people coming in, all hours of the night. Again, believe me, I've watched the video. You can bullshit me all you want. You can lie. You can do all of that nonsense. I know. I've seen timestamps. I've seen it from multiple neighbors. Do you understand that every neighbor on this block has a camera facing this fucking house?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that
They
neighbor
told me
catty corner is the one that just came over, and he said they've been running some intimidation bullshit on him for the last few months, selling off his shit. That's exactly what he said, just now. That's why they ain't shit here.
That's the reason we had to call the cops last time. I'm sure you guys have that report.
What was
And
the
I
reason?
get what you're saying because you're right. I
What was
did tell
the
him. I
reason
should
you
have.
called the cops last time?
The last time, people coming over and my sister arguing.
Like people that steal cars and then run from over there and then like disappear into the neighborhood?
I'm sorry, what? I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I really don't, I promise. I understand the people activity. I get that 110% because we've been robbed. I've told the cops this, everything. When it happened, I was like, I can't stop these people from coming over.
Who's bringing them over?
I mean, over a period of time, there's been other people that's lived here. And it's just accumulated, and then they get to know me, and then they think they could come over. I've had people break in the door. I've had people crawl in the door. And I understand that that's from me knowing people and people knowing people, but I just couldn't stop it. And I told the cops this. I didn't want it here. I got that because I felt like that's why he was. I understand. You're right. I felt. Absolutely. I get that. But at least I tried.
Wow. In the last year, how many times has this house been shot out?
Once.
Was this what, a month and a half ago?
Was it what?
A month and a half ago.
Yes, yes, sir.
I was out.
than I thought.
I'm sorry.
I was out on it. I was here.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a lot of officers because it came from.
Oh, I know. And I've been out here again. I've done it more times than I can count for more reasons than I can even begin to describe.
I understand.
I've been in this area for more than 3 years.
Yes, sir. I know.
Hello, what you got there?
What we're talking about?
Your motors, you got a bike?
Yeah,
Where's that at?
it's outside.
Is it a Honda Shadow?
It's a Rebel.
Okay.
There's been robberies over a period of time,
Robberies or
and they wouldn't
burglaries?
know what was here because they haven't been here since I lived here. I mean, I don't get that. My parents live across the street. Like I said, you could talk to them. They're older. They might be able to help you guys more. I just really,
So who lived here the first time the house got shut up?
Lynn was here, and I'm not. Was maybe Frankie and them? I'm not. I was in Bartlesville at the time.
But you lived here.
Yes, I was just in rehab in Bartlesville.
Are you crying? Is everything okay?
Yes, sir. Because they're gonna take the dog, and she doesn't even know them.
Well, it sounds like the house is being taken advantage of, right? That's what it sounds like to me.
Sir, he let everybody that's in here move in here. He asked for me to. He asked my parents. My parents asked me.
And then those people asked more people to move in, and
No, he
then
got
we
to
have
know
the flop
some people,
house.
kind of, basically, but, I mean, he allowed it. I mean, I can't tell him what to do with his house. They lived here when, he was here.
Alicia, you look like you know something. You want to say something?
I moved in here like 3 months ago, I guess.
But you lived here before.
Yeah, before that I lived here about.
How long you been here?
I'm not really, I was asking her to rent a room here. I haven't actually rented a room here. I've moved from another house, and I have a refrigerator in the garage and a few tools I brought over. But
How long you been here?
I'm here periodically. It's my girlfriend, so.
Are you Dante? Are you Dante?
Yeah.
Alright, well man, you're under arrest, you got a warrant, okay? So go ahead and stand up, put your hand behind your back for me.
It's like, there's no hold
It is.
We're
Oh, no, I was just.
I got your money.
Alright.
Hey, how are you?
I'll take it for him.
I was gonna keep winning, so.
Oh, yeah.
Any of your property, you want to take all your property with you, or somebody didn't
Oh,
want
yeah,
it?
that's what I was about to do with my chain and my money. And all that.
You want to leave it here? Take it.
Yeah, yeah, she can give it for it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Phone too? Or you want to
No, I'll
keep
keep my phone.
What does he have it on for?
Yeah, I think that's gonna overstick me.
No.
So you're over here periodically?
Yeah, me with my girlfriend.
I got your phone,
I
man.
got gloves on, I can do it. You said your chain, right?
Everyone else clear?
Bean, leave here.
It might be cold.
I got,
you leave it, you
I
leave
got
it.
the heat on
You
in the
leave
car.
it, you leave it here. I'm more worried concerned about when I do that. You know what I'm saying?
What's a 6 8, so $600 to bond out. You got any other jewelry?
No, sir.
You got any wristbands,
No.
rings?
Okay, what'd you get convicted of?
All this to her?
For the possession of stolen vehicle,
Oh,
yeah,
Second degree rape?
it was a long time ago.